Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Tuesday, the 21st of April 2026. The year of Greenwix and BSV Terranode in the mix. Branch of threads, expand your mind with TreeChat.ai. Or your post pot on chain. Alright, let's see what we've got today. I've been a busy boy putting these clips together, so we're going to have to look through those. Then we'll have a quick look at the figures, see what's up with what is going down. And then we'll probably finish with some 365 days of Bitcoin history. Right, let's get into it.
Craig says he's Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, and transactions flying free. He's acclaiming his legacy, you'll surely see.
All right, let's start with this one. This was amazing. Check it out.
I think there will come a time where the separation between the honest politician and the dishonest one will come down to whether or not they support the use of Bitcoin for government function. Because it does provide that audibility, and the anti-corruption tools that it can implement throughout government can make government become provably honest in a way that's never before been possible. And a provably honest government is something we've never seen. It would be a wonderful thing.
I would question whether or not it's possible, but anyway.
With the cryptography, I would suggest that it is possible. Whether or
that
not
would imply, though, that people are always honest in the first place. So
well, those that are can then prove it, right? And the ones that aren't can't. So that it may create that division between the people within government that become more electable because they can prove the degree to which they are honest versus those who are competing for their office.
I understand.
There we go. Check it out. So politicians can now be provably honest because of the auditability in Bitcoin. This is what's going on. And another clip that another video people were talking about was the supercomputer that Craig has got. So have a listen to this one.
My name is Julian Tosh. I kind of push Bitcoins here in Las Vegas. I had a question for Dr. Wright. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. You said you have a 15th largest supercomputer modeling Bitcoin. I would like to hear more about that. If I heard that incorrectly, then let me know too.
No, it's called Tulip. If you have a look in the top 500 site, where site number 5547, it's my second computer. The first one was called Coin. And we're now building our new one, which will be in Iceland, which will even be bigger. If we do it right, we'll hopefully edge over the NSA this time. We were 3% lower in power than the NSA.
3% what?
Yes, 3% lower in power than the NSA.
Wow.
Not bad for I think we're the only private supercomputer in the top 100.
So can you tell me, because you've now moved your operation and your family and your business and everything from Australia to London, and I saw that you were doing some things in Iceland and things. So why did you do that? And I assume that it's for the purpose of the advantages to Bitcoin.
Iceland's because of power. It's much cheaper in Iceland to run computers, and the main one that we've got at the moment is called Tulip, and Tulip's number 15 in the top 500 supercomputers globally.
And what are you doing with this computer? You said it's in the top 15 largest supercomputers in the world. You said
it's number 15 at the moment. Yes,
number 15. And what is being done with that?
We've been modeling Bitcoin scalability and everything like that for a number of years now.
Wow, that's cool. And
I'll be releasing papers next year.
I understand.
Do you?
Do you understand like what this actually means? What you've literally just listened to? how Bitcoin can hold politicians to account. Basically, it's going to stop corruption. And we've got someone here that's got a supercomputer that had, well, initially Coin had 3% less power than the NSA, the entire NSA, and now they've got Tulip, and they've probably got another one because that was back in 2015. But check this out. This was some more videos of how the crypto cockroaches scuttle away when they see Satoshi. Have a watch of this.
And thank you. And then can you please just give any last words that you'd like to, any wisdom you'd like to impart or anything?
I think what we're limiting ourselves in thinking about Bitcoin as just money or as just transactional exchanges. It is so much more. If we think about the crypto, we think about the technology, we can integrate that. Instead of PKI, we can have a browser-based certificate that doesn't require certificate revocation lists for the simple fact that every transaction, every time we log on is new. It can be tokenized. It can be paid for. We can have a system where every time you download a file, every time you access something, it's encrypted and it's owned by you, where you can share it, where you can actually have a record. We have to start thinking not just money, but
there he is. As soon as he mentions not just money, this is Luke Dash Jr., literally the small block extraordinaire who, Bitcoin Nazis just like literally fed the narrative of like, oh, we're not meant to use it. The blocks have got to be kept small and all that. Literally, and this was 2015. Before the block size war debate. The moment Craig starts talking about how Bitcoin can be used for more than just money, he gets up and leaves. Another crypto cockroach. The moment they see Satoshi, they go scuttling away. And we've got another one in just a minute.
Full digital rights network, a full transaction network for files that link to redeemable contracts. Then we'll start actually understanding what this is really about.
Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you just remove your phones and you type on Google, Bitcoin founder, the name that comes out is Satoshi Nakamoto. Right under it, other words.
And you see this guy here just about to get up. That is Charles the Scammer Hoskinson, who created ADA or Cardano, whatever you want to call it. Absolute piece of shit. Can only be mined by input-output Hong Kong, a single miner, a single point of failure, absolute load of bollocks. The moment Satoshi comes on, he has to get up and leave. Have a look.
Words, Australian entrepreneur Craig Wright has claimed he is...
There he is. There he is, look. Crypto cockroach Charles Hoskinson scuttles away when Craig Wright appears on stage. They have to scuttle away because they know they're scammers and they can't face them. They can't look somebody in the eye who knows that they're a scammer. That's why they have to leave.
Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of the virtual currency Bitcoin.
There we go. You saw it here. You saw it here. I've had loads of videos going up today. It's been absolutely amazing. Loving myself today. Right, let's have a quick look. See what's going on in the Twitter sphere. There's never a dull moment, really, is there? I think I've got some. Most of my videos have been up there. Rigged data to make Brexit look like a failure. Again, this is why the world needs Bitcoin, because we know what these elitist scamming tyrants want. This one world government. They don't want people to know that leaving the European Union was a good thing, because it goes against the word of Daniel. Daniel said, "Thou shalt not cleave," and these Satanists were just like, "Oh, we can't have that." But this is why the world needs Bitcoin. It's the only way we're going to get out of it. The only way we're going to get out of it. And check this out. So this profile here, Niraj K. Guala, just posted this KCF-lek as Craig Wright, but he has got like 158,000 followers. 158,000 followers, and he's posted that KCF-lek Dr. Craig Wright, and he's just bringing more attention to it. But look at that, coincenter.org. So that's where he's from. So he's even he's bringing attention to it. Loving that. And talking about bringing attention, well, we've got tomorrow is April 22nd. We all know about April 22nd. It is the release of Finding Satoshi. This is going to be absolutely hilarious. Look, Finding Satoshi. The search ends at findingsatoshi.com, April 22nd. You know, even though I know it's going to be a load of shit, and they're probably going to point their finger at either Adam Back, you know, Hal Finney, Len Sassman. Even though Len Sassman isn't here and he couldn't have written I'm Not Dorian Satoshi Nakamoto because he'd already died by then, and Hal actually received Bitcoin from Satoshi Nakamoto, so it wasn't him, but they're going to tell you it's him. And then there's Adam Back, who implemented SegWit, which was going against his own definition of Bitcoin. When Satoshi said we define Bitcoin as a chain of electronic signatures, he broke the chain. They're going to pull some kind of stupid shenanigans, but yeah. Anyway, that's coming out tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Let's have a quick look at the prices then. Greg Coin, GMAX Coin, $75,000. B Crash 446. Fisher Price Cash, who cares? Bitcoin just $16. Still $16. CoinDart's not reporting the figures, but let's have the blocks coming through. Actually, I don't even think they're reporting on the blocks coming through there. Those blocks have been there for a while. Yeah, not reporting on the figures. So we'll have to have a look at what's on chain. 7.7 million transactions over the last 24 hours. Mining stats. TAL 21.4. Kuv 21.4. QD Link 14.2. SA100 13.5. Mining Dutch 12.1. Gorilla Pool 7.1. Mole Pool 5.7. Cryptex 2.8. Gorilla Node 0.7. And Coinium 0.7. All right. Look at the transactions. Look, 3.7 million transactions over the last 24 hours, representing 68.7% of the utility on the entire crypto market. Of the 50,000+ coins, there is one protocol here that has got almost 70% of the entire market's transaction volume on its network, more than Ethereum, XRP, and BTC combined. Look at that. Absolutely smashing it. And yeah, on the crypto charts, where's it going to be? $2.4 trillion market cap. Greg Coin 75,000. Where is Bitcoin? Where's it going to be? Look at that, down at number 80. Absolutely outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Bobbing along today. Yeah. Some 365 days of Bitcoin history. 21st of April. Here we go. Let's have a look. On the 21st of April 2011, .bit domains were created. They refer to the standard domains created on the Namecoin blockchain. They are widely regarded as the oldest NFTs on any blockchain. Wow, there we go. Right, that's a quick 13-minute show. We'll leave you there. Hope you enjoyed it. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.
I understand.
Do you?
Do you? This is it. I'm telling you, this is it.
The king still has one more move.